Hello everyone, welcome back to Genshin Impact. Thank you for joining me today. We're going to be carrying on with Nahida's story quest today, but before we do that, I think we should do a little bit of wishing. Now, I'm so tempted, I'm really tempted to pull on this banner. I already have Nahida, and I'm not interested in getting Hu Tao. I don't really want her. I've got Yomiya for pyro damage. I know Hu Tao probably does more damage, that's what I seem to get the feel for, but her playstyle doesn't look to be something. It looks a little bit more complicated, and you know what, I like Yomiya, so I'm happy to not go with Hu Tao, and I'd rather say for somebody else. But I would like to get Kuki and Zincho constellations. I don't really need any more Nahida, although constellations aren't going to be a bad thing, but at the moment I'm going to hold on to. I just want to see who comes in the next banner before deciding. But I do have 11 wishes I can do on the standard banner, so there's no reason to hold on to these. So we'll do 10. And we'll just see what we get from this one. And then we'll move on to Nahida's story quest. See if we can get anything interesting from this. Nice little 4-star. Okay, oh, we get sacrificial. Oh, actually, no, that's no good. As I say, you thought, that's not what I need. Noelle used that, but I've already got an R5 of that, so that's a shame. Let's just do one more. Okay, it's not what we want. Whatever. Right, let's carry on. Okay, well, that's kind of. I was going to say that kind of satisfies the dopamine hit you get for pulling on the banners, but it's kind of disappointing what I got really. Anyway, let's do Nahida's story quest.
Oh, it's the great Dendro Archon. How can I help you?
I would like to check the registration records of a Kashara War scholar. He should be in an unconscious state right now.
Okay, just a moment.
After a while.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Dendro Archon. We have confirmed that there's a scholar named Beinuni who's been unconscious for a while. The cause was improper operation of the Akasha. He hasn't regained consciousness yet, and is still receiving treatment at Bimarstan.
Huh? Isn't his name Moses? I guess he didn't want to be recognized or bothered by anyone. Please, give the knowledge stored in this to the Matra, and ask them to import it into Beinuni's brain.
Do you want to just double check that it is the right guy? Just to make sure. I can just see the situation where they put this guy's brain into somebody else's body, and that could be... Yeah, maybe that's not the thing to do.
Understood. But for safety reasons, I need to know why.
Are you questioning your Archon?
It's simple. This contains his consciousness. It's long been trapped inside of a dream. He's committed an act that affected the safety of Sumeru. After he wakes up, I'll inform the General Mahamatra of all the details.
I see. I'll take care of this right away. Thank you, great Dendro Archon.
No problem. Alright. Everyone should have gathered at a moment of dreams by now. Let's head back.
Okay, I'm interested just to see whether that is... Oh, hello. What are you guys doing here? You do know we're invited to the academia party, right? You're really not going to show your face?
I don't remember doing anything worth getting invited. It's just another noisy room of people. Not my scene.
Look, I'm no scholar, but even I've heard about your work in historical criticism and modern political research. You provided the clues and inspiration for their big paper. That basically makes you the hero. Your contribution is half the reason they even have something to celebrate.
You think someone from the Temple of Silence would know when to stop talking?
Okay, I can take a hint. I'm just letting you know they're going to drag you there one way or another.
You told them where I was?
Yeah, believe it or not, I do know when to keep my mouth shut. But since I know you pretty well, they did ask me to come find you.
For the love of... Fine. Show me the way.
Okay, we'll leave them to it then. Guess that might be from Nahida's birthday event that was just recently. Maybe that left over from that.
quiet and just listen in. I wonder what she's going to say. Hello, all of you who have just woken up. I'm sorry for interrupting your beautiful dreams. I may have acted a little cold when handling things in the dream. I sincerely apologize for that. Dreams have amazing power. They inspire us to remain resolute in the face of adversity and help those with aspirations achieve their desires. But dreams also have the potential to exploit people, confuse the senses, and distort the truth. Unfortunately, you are all chosen as prey for an elaborate scheme. As I've said before, I'm still learning and cannot fully empathize with the pain of all the loss you've experienced. But just take a good look around you, and you'll see many other people who have had similar experiences. You should be proud that you've been able to gather here and look toward the future together. The path of life is long, and it's hard for us to see the destination. This leads us to ask a lot of difficult questions. What's the meaning of life? What's the purpose of my existence? Why do I keep experiencing pain and loss? Of course, the most comfortable choice is to stop progressing. Give up thinking, and just keep repeating whatever you're already familiar with. Whenever you have such thoughts, just look at the people and things around you. Some people work hard all day so that their families can have a hot meal on the table at night. Some people travel all over the world in order to create art that resonates with all of Teyvat. Some venture in search of the world's secrets to prevent rapidly approaching, yet still unknown, world-shattering catastrophes. Life is not just about yourself. Each and every one of your actions shapes you and the world around you. Look, friends and family will remember what you've done, and even some people you've never met may benefit from your actions. Therefore, many people will strive forward to forge new paths, even if they have to endure great pain to do so. Once you begin your journey on that same difficult yet rewarding path, you'll come to know the answers to those big existential questions, yet they will no longer feel as life-defining as they did before. But if you were to believe that life is nothing but an empty, ephemeral dream, then that's also the only thing it'll ever become. You're free to choose how you want to live your lives, but as your Archon, I should first make this information known to everyone. In the end, it's up to you whether you want to embrace a beautiful dream at the cost of your real life.
Wise words from the Archon
She
there.
wanted to speak with us alone. It seems like she went to the plaza in front of the academia. You're amazing, Nahida! Even Paimon was nearly won over by that scholar in that dream. Well, he's very good at manipulating the weaknesses of human nature, but perhaps he himself had fallen prisoner to them long ago. That dream was incredibly beautiful and enticing. Ordinary people couldn't see through it and easily lost themselves within it. But as long as you can still wake up, you can still move forward with your life.
You've also learned a lot, Nahida.
Huh? What makes you say that?
You can really empathise with others now.
Right! You said that you didn't understand human feelings, but we saw how considerate you were with all these people. Your speech just now really connected with everyone. You did a good job. Thank you. I've heard a lot of sad stories along this journey, and several of them have touched my heart. You can't say that the victims of the dream really did anything wrong, and what they wanted was also not unreasonable. That's why I could understand them when they tried to resist us and protect the dream. But all of my understanding and stirred feelings probably can't even account for even 1% of the pain they've experienced. I don't think this 1% can be seen as an example of what you call empathy. You're too hard on yourself, that's for sure.
Well, nobody's capable of having absolute empathy. You should be a little more confident in yourself.
Alright. I suppose going out into the world will help my confidence grow. I've learned that emotions are nothing like knowledge, and that's why it's hard for me to put them into words sometimes. Benuni, or Mercedes, said that I had never personally felt the pain of loss. But I have a vague feeling that this isn't true.
Yeah, we know that, but yeah, she doesn't. Yeah, that's how the traveller said that she was going to tell Nahida about Rukatavada.
The moment I entered the dream, I felt like I was wrapped in a blanket of warm feelings. It was so warm that it felt like I had returned to the start of my life, and I didn't want to wake up anymore.
Does she see something in that dream too?
But when I opened my eyes, the feeling was gone without a trace.
And yeah, also, because when we first went into the dream, we saw the traveller's brother, our missing sibling, just very, very briefly.
If I have to make an analogy for it, I would say I can no longer see words on a piece of paper after they have been erased, but I can still see the slight indentations of where the words had been written. But now that I've experienced this dream, I think I can say with confidence that I won't dwell too much on the meaning of that warmth. It's enough that I can tell I was once supported by that warmth, and its existence has allowed me to get to where I am today. If I dwell too much on its exact nature, I would be putting the cart before the horse. I gave a speech to inspire my people, so if I were to fail to live up to those words myself, then that would be too embarrassing.
Greater Lord Rukatavada has already shaped Nahida through her actions. Even though she has been forgotten, Nahida's mind and willpower are the proof that she once existed. Instead of telling her the truth, I should respect their decisions. Exactly. See, I didn't understand why she'd even thought about telling her in the first place, because I think we'd already sort of agreed that we weren't going to do it. That did confuse me, but at least she's realised it now.
Hey, what's with that serious look? You keep looking like there's something you want to say. Is there anything you want to tell me?
Nah, it's not important.
Okay. Since we just woke up, let's stretch a little bit. A new day is about to begin.
Well, there we have it. Part 1 is done. So that does mean that we can unlock part 2, which I will do, and I do want to start that straight away. We're going to do it because I'm ultimately trying to unlock the boss to be able to farm for Nublet's talents. I believe that is hidden behind this particular quest, so we will start that right now.
Hey, isn't that Nahida? Nahida! Paimon didn't think we'd run into you here.
Some of these voice layers, they just don't line up with what's just been happening. We were literally just talking to her, Byron.
Oh, hey there. It's been a while, hasn't
It's
it?
been like, yeah,
What have you
30
two been up
seconds.
to?
There's so much stuff since we last saw you. Same old, adventuring and stuff, helping all kinds of people. The usual. I have not been doing Invocation TGC. Same old stuff.
Seems like you've been enjoying yourself.
Absolutely.
How about you? What are you up to now? I'm just looking out for some leads while getting some fresh air. I noticed that I have some blurry memories after saving Ermin's soul. I almost feel like there's still something extremely important I need to do. But I can't remember what it is. Why is that?
It's probably the effects of Erminsul.
Don't worry, we'll help you remember.
Feel free to fill us in. Maybe I can help.
Thank you so much. Since you're willing to help, I have something I'd like to show you.
Okay, what is that?
Oh, it's beautiful. It looks like it's filled with some kind of power. I found it in the sanctuary of Suristana, but I have no recollection of it whatsoever. It's filled with pure elemental power that is quite similar to mine, but yet it's also a little different. It's very likely that it's connected to my foggy memory, but I can't figure out what it is.
It's most likely something that the Great Lord Rukkhadevide left behind, but what's with her foggy memory?
Traveler, do you have any ideas?
I don't know, but it's very concerning.
You know, Nahida, we just happen to be going on an adventure right now. If we find anything, we'll be sure to let you know right away. Thanks, you two. I didn't mean to trouble you again. Don't mention it. Besides, it seems you've got a lot on your mind, and we'd like to help.
Hey, get out! You shouldn't be around here!
Is it saying Mama?
I'm sorry, Lesser Lord Kusanali. Fungi don't usually come near this place. Last warning! Get out before I kick you out, you hear?
Hang on. I think it's trying to tell us something.
But Great Dendro Archon, it's a monster!
Please, don't worry. I think I understand.
You do?
Seems that it wants us to follow it. You can understand it? Even though different creatures have varying habits and ways of communicating, the emotions we experience are all the same. I can feel its anxiety and fear. It's in dire need of our help. Well, fungi are kinda cute, but...
You would normally just destroy them. It wouldn't hurt to take a look.
That's true. Okay, let's go take a look. All right, lead the way, little fungus. Although they all look about the same, some fungi are friendly, while others are super aggressive and attack anyone they see. It can't be helped. Perhaps in their eyes, humans are like fierce monsters as well. After all, they can't distinguish which human behaviors are hostile or not, and it'd already be too late for them once humans have drawn their weapons. Hence why they tend to strike first, rather than waiting. That's not too different from how humans think sometimes.
That's true.
That's what I meant by shared emotions.
On the other hand, we do want our drops. So, you know, we could just wipe them out. That'll solve the problem straight away.
It appears it was in a hurry because of this unconscious fungus. Seems like they might be family. So maybe this fungus wanted to bring Nahida here to help its family member. Probably. Although fungi are simple creatures, they're very sensitive to elemental power. Maybe it noticed me on my way back and thought I'd be able to help. I'll take a look. I should be able to help if it's just a common illness. What is it, Nahida? Strange. Very strange. This fungus didn't develop from a spore. It's an elemental life form. Huh? An elemental life form? Yes. Although the fungi you normally see are capable of using elemental powers, they're merely borrowing elemental power from nature around them.
That's quite interesting. We're getting some lore into how the monsters work.
As for this fungus, it has elemental power flowing through it. Definitely not anything like your typical fungus.
So you're saying it only looks like a fungus?
Exactly. This is very interesting. I've never seen anything like it. So this is a first even for Nahida. But that's not all. There's a large void within its elemental power. The void is stopping the elemental power from flowing normally, which must be why it fainted. So do you think it'll wake up if we can fill the void? Yes, and I just so happen to be good at this sort of thing. I'll see what I can do right away. My power was
Cute.
compatible, Looks like everything is fine now.
Lord of Dendro.
Oh,
Is
speaks.
it really the Lord of Dendro? Oh, I can't believe the Lord of Dendro saved me. Thank you, as well as the stranger and creature next to you.
Ah! It can talk?
Oh, I didn't expect such a strange creature to make a sound like that. Seems I'm just as shocked as you are.
What? Of course Paimon can talk. Paimon isn't a strange creature. Paimon's just... Paimon!
I think there's more to that, though. There's some deeper lore behind Paimon. There must be. Where does she come from? Why is she the only creature like her we've ever seen? So many questions.
Hello, Paimon. I am not yet able to evaluate an organism's intelligence from its appearance. I will only know you are able to speak once you have spoken.
Oh, well, no need to take it seriously. It's no big deal. But does Paimon really look so dumb that people might think Paimon doesn't know how to talk?
There's no need to start worrying about that all of a sudden.
You misunderstand, Paimon. A mouth is used for eating, breathing, and other functions that are more important than speaking. So a creature may not speak, even if it has a mouth. I've never seen a creature like you before, so I dared not make the assumption that you could speak. Even if you do possess a number of human traits, it is still very common for creatures to have similar external forms but completely different interiors, just like fungi and slimes.
Did this fungus study at the academia? It seems even more talkative than Paimon.
Not possible.
You're not a fungus, are you?
That's correct. This might be surprising to you, and I'm sure that you must have questions. Let's find somewhere else to talk. It might startle my fellow family members if I speak too much using this strange voice. Me, 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 me. It says that it's very thankful for your help.
Okay.
I was
Was not
confident
expecting
that
this.
I knew of all the creatures in Teyvat. Even if there are ones I've never seen with my own eyes, I thought I possessed all the relevant knowledge about them. However, even if I were to lay out the traits of all elemental life forms, you don't seem to match any of them. What are you? And where did you come from?
I come from an ancient race. We have existed for a very long time, possibly longer than any records in existence. My home was filled with flowing water and great mountains. Lush grass covered the land, and my family and I lived in bliss and happiness. Until the apocalypse came and changed my home forever. A horrifying power consumed all there was. The seeds of catastrophe nested and grew inside of us, twisting and warping us, causing us to lose control. We were victims of the apocalypse, yet in time, we also became the apocalypse itself.
The apocalypse? I'm not sure what it means either. It sounds like some kind of old fable.
It's a long and complicated story. It will take me some time to explain it clearly.
Don't worry, we'll listen. Please continue.
I was lucky and managed to survive. Afterward, I left with some of my family and came to Sumeru to search for a way to rescue my homeland. We came in contact with many species and learned from their cultures and knowledge, hoping to understand the truth behind the apocalypse. We later found out that humans know the power of the apocalypse and refer to it as forbidden knowledge.
Forbidden knowledge.
Your home was destroyed by forbidden knowledge? Does that mean you're from the desert? It said that they are looking for a way to save their homeland, but the catastrophe of the desert should have ended a long time ago.
The Lord of Dendro is correct. We are not from the desert. I would very much like to tell you the location of my homeland, but unfortunately, I've forgotten. That may sound a little odd, as it is very important to both me and my family.
Yes, how could you forget?
I am a life form that was contaminated by the apocalypse. A part of my knowledge and memory was taken away as the contamination inside of me was purged.
Ah, I get it now. So the void of elemental power was left behind from when the forbidden knowledge was purged. I'm sorry. I hadn't considered that kind of possibility.
That's okay. Lord of Dendro, there is no need to apologize. Without your help, I would have lost more than just my knowledge and memory. And not only did you save me, but you've also already rid the world of the remaining forbidden knowledge, right?
That's right. The forbidden knowledge is no more, and your homeland should be safe now.
My home should be safe now. We can go home. For the longest time, this moment has only seemed like a dream. I never knew it would become a reality so quickly. I was unable to fulfill our calling. I never found a way to save my homeland, and I have even forgotten where it is.
It's not your fault. You've already done everything you can. Every species paid a grave price in the fight against forbidden knowledge. This is not a responsibility you should carry on your own. You mentioned that there were other survivors besides yourself. Where are they? Maybe they'll remember.
The apocalypse put us through immense pain. Many of my family members have already met their end. I'm not sure who else is still alive.
Okay, well maybe we can track them down.
Don't worry, I should be able to find them. Just leave it to me. My familiars will take the rainforest, and as for the city, there are a few nice kids who should be willing to help. Your familiars? Mm-hmm. They're a group of lovely little creatures. They're just a bit timid around strangers. Give me a moment. I'll contact them right now.
Is this going to be the Aranara
That should do it.
creatures?
It may take some time to find them, so let's wait for a bit.
Thank you, Lord of Dendro. We all believe that you will keep your promises. The moment I saw you when I awoke, I had a feeling you were here because of the agreement.
Hmm? Agreement?
You might not remember, but this is a prophecy that we deeply believe in. That the Lord of Dendro will bring us home once the catastrophe comes to an end.
Ah, I see. I'm sorry. There are also some blurry segments in my memory as well. But I'm very concerned about your homeland. This is something I should help with. It's really no trouble to me at all.
Would you all be willing to come with me somewhere as we wait? The more family members that can return home with me, the better.
But didn't you say that you don't know where they are?
Yes, but I know their end. I will explain it to you along the way.
Okay. Homecoming. Head to the place where the end awaits. Well, luckily, it is not too far away. So yeah, I was not expecting to be dealing with weird elemental fungus creatures. Here we go.
There's something that I'm very concerned about.
Are you talking about that crystal? Or are you talking about your fuzzy memories?
Yes. I didn't mention it just now, but do you remember when I told you that the power in the crystal is very similar to mine, yet also different? The elemental power inside the crystal is completely identical to that of the fungus. What?
There's a connection between the crystal and the fungus.
Exactly. The prophecy that it mentioned was probably an agreement that I made with an elemental life form that once represented its race. I had to deal with the forbidden knowledge to save their homeland. The process, however, took away some of my memories. That sequence of events would explain the persistent feeling that I had unfinished business.
Makes sense. Too bad it's unable to tell us more.
Yeah, I've been trying to think of a place that fits the description of its homeland, but I'm unable to come up with anything.
We'll just have to continue investigating.
Agreed. I really want to send them home, so they won't have to wander around anymore.
Okay, follow the elemental life form. Okay, you're wandering
The
into
road here is a
enemies.
little rough. I'll lead the way.
Don't worry, Paimon can handle any road. Ah! Enemies! You're up, traveler!
Okay. Alright, I'll sort them out.
Settle down!
Into the wind. Shine down.
Bow your head.
No problem.
Amazing. With such skills, you all would have definitely been able to find a way to survive the apocalypse.
Hey! Paimon has been meaning to ask. You all didn't originally look like this, did you?
No, we didn't. The appearance of our kind will change according to the environment. After communicating with various living organisms in Sumeru, we discovered that fungi are the life form most adapted to live in these lands. Thus, we gradually took the form of fungi and became a part of their group.
It's hard to believe that's even possible.
The most important instinct any life form possesses is adapting to the environment. I don't think that should surprise you, Paimon.
Oh, what do you mean by that?
Your hand is shaped like that for a reason, so you are able to grip and use tools more easily.
Okay, she's just talking gently. I thought she had some secret insights into what Paimon was.
The reason why fungi absorb elemental power is to blend with the environment and fend off natural predators.
I was getting excited.
We are dendro life forms, one of the most ancient life forms in this land. That is why we are so adaptable.
So you mean, if Paimon wanted to, Paimon could change into a different form as well?
I don't think it works like that.
Not as freely, I'm afraid. You would require a long time to make that happen. Although this is common sense to us, it is still extremely difficult to explain. Putting it as simply as possible, changing form requires energy, and energy comes with time. You cannot make a sprout grow into a giant tree instantly, nor can you force a tree to bear fruit overnight.
I see. Humans have a term for this. It's called growth.
Ah, you're so smart, Nahida! Paimon gets it now!
Seems like it's pretty good at coming up with metaphors as well.
Growth. I see. Yes, then this is what you would call growth. A most beautiful word. I shall enjoy it more as we walk.
Okay, let's continue.
How much farther is it?
We're about halfway there. You're doing great, Paimon. Do you need me to carry you on my back?
Huh? Oh no, Paimon was just curious. Paimon isn't that tired.
You seem to enjoy taking care of others.
You think so? Does the Lord of Dendro need to be carried?
That would be awkward, wouldn't it? Why don't you fly up and sit on top of my head?
We can figure out who will carry who later! We have monsters here!
I think we may have a different understanding of carrying someone. No matter whether it's tired or not, my child is always happy when I put it on my back and give it a ride.
Child? You mean the fungi we ran into earlier?
Yes, one was my friend, and the other was my child.
Why can't your kid speak?
Because it's just a fungus. I don't want my presence to change or affect the original state of the fungi species here. However, it is slightly different from an ordinary fungus. It seems to understand some human language, so I gave it a name.
Oh, then it must be a really cute name.
Maybe.
You know, like Bongo Head.
Bongo Head.
You have an odd taste for names.
Yeah.
Huh? Paimon thinks that name is great.
You call your child Bongo Head.
Strange and cute at the same time. It's a name only Paimon would be able to come up with.
That's right.
The name I came up with was not as creative as Paimon's. I learned it from an adventurer. Its name is... I'm sorry, but I've forgotten.
Oh.
Seems like I've forgotten many important things.
Well, don't worry. You can try and remember it on the way.
Yes, I must remember it before I return. It's just as important as my homeland.
Okay.
Yes, this way. We're almost there.
Okay, so I think this one is going to be about memories, isn't it? Oh no, we're wandering through a withering.
It's the Withering.
Yes, I have heard humans also call it that before. It's the last form we take when we are at the end of our life.
Paimon doesn't understand.
It's trying to say that when they've suffered enough and reached the end of their life, they become a tumor of the withering.
Yes, I would have also suffered the same fate if it wasn't for the Lord of Dendro's help.
So, this is how the Withering is formed?
Previous research has revealed that forbidden knowledge is the root cause of the withering. But even if forbidden knowledge has been completely removed, its influence still remains, which is why the withering remains even after forbidden knowledge has disappeared. They've been tormented by forbidden knowledge for a long time. It's understandable that they will eventually become the withering, but what a sad and pitiful end.
When I left my homeland, flowers like these filled the fields. Each bloom represented an individual life. They grew in the pristine lakes, in the fertile soil, in my home, and in the homes of my friends. They grew everywhere, until the world suddenly lost all its color and became tainted and murky. But it's all right. Our life essence, elemental power, still resides in this flower. After an adventurer clears the withering, I will quietly draw near the area. If I can sense the elemental power of my companions, then I take them with me.
But that would mean the effects of forbidden knowledge could have...
It's okay. That's not important anymore. I just hope that they can all make it back home. It's not right to leave them to simply perish in the open like this. Now that we finally have the chance to return home, each one I manage to bring back will make me that much happier.
I understand. Just leave it to us.
No, I got this. This is a product of forbidden knowledge, after all.
So you're worried about me? It's fine. Forbidden knowledge doesn't exist anymore. It's natural to want to be overcautious when dealing with a highly venomous snake, but when all that's left is its skeleton, there's nothing to worry about.
If you say so.
Paimon doesn't get what you two are talking about, but we're all ready to go now, right? Then let's do this! We've dealt with the Withering countless times already!
It's not about countless. I've done a few, but not many. Okay. I don't think if I might need that. Right, reminds me what I do. Get all that. And that. No, I'm trying to get this thing. No, okay, fine. Alright, let's sort these guys out.
I see everything!
Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Change character, please.
Shine down!
Into the wind. Mind the side effects.
The tides beckon.
Okay, anything else around? Oh, that's still here. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Okay, let's let go. Right, now then. I need to grab this again. And I think... Okay. Oh, yeah, I forgot they shoot back. I need to be careful that I'm not... We'll do that. Does that get rid of my... Yeah, there we go. That gets rid of my withering stuff that we've got. Right, now we've got another one over here. You need to do like a charged attack. It doesn't seem to do it with just single attacks. Right, got another one. Oh no, there's the boss.
Settle down.
And
The wind knows me.
There is no escape! Ha!
A bitter pill to swallow.
Bow your head.
there we go. And then we should be able to destroy the withering. Yeah. Done.
As I expected, it's the last of my kind that I'm aware of. So it wasn't able to make it to the end. If only it could have held on just a little longer.
I hope that you will be free of this pain after returning home.
Just thinking about how many elemental life forms have turned into tumors of the withering makes Paimon sad.
It's okay. As long as elemental power still exists, then we will still be around. An external form is but a gift of time. Through growth comes change, and even abandonment of previous forms. However, our true nature is not so easily affected.
It wouldn't have come to this if we were able to cure them earlier. But I will cure all of them. Even if it's just for the sake of the rainforest and all the life forms that live in it.
Thank you, Lord of Dendro. It was a wise choice for us to place our trust in you and wait.
Hold on. I think I got something. Oh, I see. Okay, I understand. Thank you so much. So, they found a fungus that matches the description I gave them. It's currently unconscious.
It must be in a similar situation as I was. We should hurry and go take a look.
Okay, follow me.
Alright, well we will certainly do that, but I think we'll leave that until next time out. Thank you for watching today. Yeah, okay, this is going to be an interesting one. Dodgy memories, witherings, weird elemental creatures. Very interesting. What is that? Okay, that was weird. No idea what that just was. Hold on, hold on. There's another one. I have no idea what those things were. I can't see any more. Huh. Weird. Never mind. Okay, we'll figure it out later. Yeah, that'll do for today. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed that one, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.